to live into that space of like being comfortable, because so many people that's not comfortable, people that's older than you, older than me, that are still not able to be themselves, you know, because of whatever experiences they've had in their past or their families, and they've just said, you know what, I'm just not gonna be myself, you know what I mean? And so it's an admirable thing. So keep doing your thing, you know, obviously keep doing what you're doing. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley, and I'm so happy you came by. The Queerly Blax Show aims to normalize the everyday existence of Black LGBTQIA plus individuals through an interview-style series with regular folks like you and me. So every week, a new guest shares their story and unique perspective on their existence as an LGBTQIA plus individual. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe, download, set your reminders to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm joined today by Saphyre, coming to us from Atlanta. Saphyre, tell the people about yourself.
What's up, world? It's your girl Saphyre checking in, man. You know what I'm saying? This young, aspiring artist, female artist coming out of Atlanta. I'm 26 years old, and I'm just glad to be here. Thank you for having me so much. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
Absolutely. So, you know, I ask everybody, so when did you have your first encounter with your sexuality? When did you know that you liked the ladies?
So I was about 16. I'm 26 now, like I said, so a good 10 years on it. I was 16 when I first had my little encounter. It was actually with my best friend, so it was more comfortable then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to really...
your best friend, huh?
Yeah. It was my best friend, man. Y'all know how that go. We ain't had no business doing all that, but we tried some things, and it really stuck with her first before it stuck with me. You know what I mean? So when she kind of she pushed up on me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a crush on you, and it was like, what? Like, me? I'm goofy as hell. Like, it's like, what? Nah, no way. But get what? And then we ended up sticking it out, and we ended up she ended up being my girlfriend. We rocked for about 5 years on and off. You know how that goes. You know, unfortunately, it ended off.
Yeah.
But
so wait, so before that, you ain't like her. You ain't had no other girl crushes, elementary, nothing like that.
Like, I had a crush in high school. Like, but it really wasn't, it was a quick crush. Like, I really wasn't sure what I was feeling. I just knew, like, when I seen her, like, you know what I mean? I had little butterflies in my stomach. It was crazy. I would do, like, little weird shit. Like, oh, can I cuss here?
Try to keep it light just so that they don't edit it out too much. It'll get, like, flagged and everything. Just keep it, if it slip up, but just try to minimize it. You good.
But nah, yeah, so she used to give me butterflies, and one day we had what class was that? I think it was environmental science or something like that. And I had bought her a rose and put it on her desk. I tried to act like I tried to go and sit down, act like it wasn't me. I just tried to let her walk in and see it on her desk. But I think she I think she read me. Like, when she walked into class, she looked at the rose, she started blushing. She came right over there to me talking about thank you. I was embarrassed because I'm like, dang, I didn't think you was going.
Somebody told her you did it, or she just knew it was you.
She just knew it. Like, she just knew it. She really knew it, bro. She just came right over to me and just, like, you know, hug me all sexual and stuff. I'm like, oh, heck no, don't do that.
Wait, this is high school?
Like, yeah, this is high school. Like, this was
man.
This is my junior year. Because my senior year, I was all out then. Like, my senior year, I came all the way.
Wait, so this is a different girl. This is not your best friend. This is a different girl.
This is like just a little fling, little crush for a little second. I didn't really know what was going on, but it was something that I had picked up on. Like, I was old enough to know, like, hold on, like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little feeling. It was something
she was giving you vibes, or you just felt like you just liked her.
Yeah, like, it was vibes, but like she was talking to somebody, so it was like
a girl.
More so like she was talking to a girl. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like she would just play around with me, like, hey, little baby. But she knew what she was doing on making me blush shit. She seen it, bro. She seen it.
So you put the move on her, you gave her a little rose. She hugged you out.
She hugged me and stuff. Man, we ain't popped off on that. Like we kicked it a few times, but it really wasn't nothing much to it. Like I said, she had a girlfriend and stuff. So like I said, like she really just tried to play me like I was like just a little baby, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
she trying to put you in the wings until see how that thing went. If it all worked out with her main thing, she was like, I'm gonna just put you in second place real quick.
I'm gonna stick beside it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick beside it.
Nah, for
word
real,
up.
Nah, it was crazy. That was my first little interaction, but like I said, my second interaction, really, I can't even say my second interaction, but when I really realized that I was really liking the girl, it just so happened to be my best friend for sure. And we went ahead and did.
So you ain't like your best friend before this?
Nah.
She was like, she told you like, yo, I like you. How long y'all was best friends before this happened?
What, like 3 years? Like I met her when I was 13.
And never.
Like, nah, like she had a boyfriend, everything. She had a boyfriend. She had just had a baby. Like it was not supposed to go down. Like you feel me? It was not supposed to go down like that. Like
you had that. You any thought you put her all the way out your mind, like the baby and everything. Oh nah.
Like I'm just looking at you like my best friend. So like when she kind of told me that she had a crush on me, it was like, what? Like me? Like that's crazy. Like what?
How'd she tell you? She texted you or she told you like in your face?
Yeah, she texted me like we was sitting in the living room.
She hit you with that. I gotta tell you something.
I gotta tell you something. She like, I gotta tell you something. So I'm like, what? She's like, I'm gonna text you. She's sitting on the other couch. She texts me. She's sitting there looking at me. Wait till I read the message. I'm reading the message. I'm scratching my head like, what?
I'm nobody's stepmom.
That's crazy. But I ain't even gonna lie. Like, bruh, we ended up taking it there. We just took it there. We was there for a minute. You know what I mean? And then up until she was older than me too. So she was 18. I'm 16.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in high school. She not. So, you know what I mean? I'm in school, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? I'm meeting people. This is my senior year. So last year I wasn't even, I wasn't out. I wasn't even comfortable with anybody knowing I even had any type of feelings for a female. But my senior year, oh my God, I turned it up a whole notch. Came out. I came out. I'm just like, hey,
y'all was together at that point?
Yeah, we was most definitely together. And but I'm just like, shoot, if I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna be outside with it. Feel me? Ain't no use to goddamn being in and out, like pick what you gonna do, like figure out what you gonna do, figure out what you like, figure out your mind. So my whole summer, like after my junior year, my whole summer, I was just, getting into it. Like I said, you know what I mean? Senior year.
So y'all was off and on? Was y'all off and on, or y'all was together, but you just wasn't like, you just weren't out and like completely securing yourself, but y'all was together?
Not like my senior year, we was together. Like when I went home, I couldn't really be as open as I wanted to because of who I stayed with. Like they was basically like my parents at the time. Like my uncle, I call him my uncle, whatever. But he ain't play it. Like he was just like, nah, it ain't happening up in him. So I ain't really have to dress like a girly girl, but I always just like, just stayed at home, basketball shirt. I played sports, so it was just like, it's always, where your boyfriend at? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, oh, I don't like.
Because they know already. They already know what's up, but they trying to see, like, let's try to weave this in here. See if she'll give it another chance. You like, bruh, y'all tripping.
Nah, but it's crazy. He never found out until I got out of high school, until I graduated. Like, I kept it, you know what I mean? Like, he just never found out until I graduated. Well, probably, like you said, he probably knew. He probably just ain't say nothing or whatever. But once I came out and I got comfortable with myself and like, my junior year, I had a conversation with a group of girls in Spanish class. I remember them telling me like, oh, like if you was gay, you'll have them all. Like, I'm just like, what? It was just crazy to me. So
the Spanish girls. They was ready. They was ready to give you the world.
It was in Spanish class.
They're ready to give you the world.
Man, it was crazy. So when I my senior year, I'm comfortable with myself. I'm comfortable with my skin. I'm rocking out. I got a girlfriend at the crib, but it's a lot going on in school. I'm playing sports. I'm on varsity. I wanted to start athlete. This is going on. And so it's just like, okay, we having pep rallies. I'm seeing somebody like, hold on, who that is? You know what I mean? You know.
So was you kind of like, was you trying to be faithful, or were you faithful, and or was it hard just being that you kind of had two different worlds? Because like your girl's older than you, she at home at the crib with the baby, and you at school, like new out. The joints is like, yo, what's up? And you like, yo, you gotta keep it cool.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I was with my first, like I was with her. Like I was rocking out with her. But when I met the girl who became the next girl, you feel what I'm saying? Like I was just completely taken back. Like you gotta understand,
after your best friend.
Yeah, okay. Like this is like while I'm at school, I'm realizing like, hold on, like, you know what I mean? I didn't really get to get out there. Like I got tied in with somebody, like, and I ain't never regret that, but it was just like when certain things started happening, I just adapted to it real quick because it was something that I ain't really know nothing about. I was trying to see what that be like. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, that's pretty much what it was, man. And but even she knew I had a girlfriend, so she had even asked me like, "You got a girlfriend?"
And I was like, friends.
I was like, "Yo," she like, "I know I follow you on Twitter." Okay.
So you down with the shit?
Yeah, I kept it pedo. I like, okay, yeah. The next time, I think the next time she had did something, like my girlfriend had did something, man, I just broke up with her. I stayed broken up with her. I was like, yeah, I got my mom made up. I'm trying to see what that be like. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know how that goes. It don't ever end well like that. But
yeah. So so coming out for you was what? Like, who was that? Who are the people that you felt like, man, I gotta tell this to? You know what I mean? Like most people, it's like, all right, once I tell my moms, my grandma, like I'm cool. Yeah. Everybody else, I don't really care. Like who for you was like the people that you was like, man, like, all right, I gotta talk to them about this. Like I gotta really tell
them. So I knew I had to talk to my mama, but I hadn't stayed with my mama. Like I moved in with my best friend at an early age, so I hadn't stayed with my mama. So like I knew talking to my mama was something I had to do, but it wasn't something that I was scared of. More so, the woman who I was staying with at the time, you know what I mean? It was kind of weird to just come out and tell her, you know, that I like girls. But even when I did that, like she didn't make me feel weird. She was asking me questions. You know what I mean? It was like, what? You know what I mean? I told my mom, after I told my mom, I was just like, hey mom, I got a girlfriend. She was like, what? I'm like, I got a girlfriend. So she like, you got a girlfriend? I'm like, yeah. She like, you talking about like a friend, like a partner, friend, or like a significant other.
My grandma call him a lady friend.
Yeah. So I'm like, I got a significant other. Like, so she get quiet for a second. She like, well, you still my baby. So that made me feel good. It was just like, okay, like I think like low key she kind of already knew too. I just always been a little hard and stuff like that. My brothers, I got two blood brothers. They found out. My middle brother found out. He ran into my first girlfriend. He ran into her sister at the gas station. She knew who my brother was because she seen pictures of him, but he didn't know her. So when she saw him, she like, hey, you Saphyre brother. He like, yeah, like, you know, how you know me? She like, oh, she date my sister. He like, what?
Damn, out of you right at the gas station.
You know what I mean? He called me like, hey, so what's up? Like, you got a girlfriend? I'm like, oh, like, yeah. Like, he just like, oh, like, why you ain't tell me? Like, you know, I ain't tripping on none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So them boys, so you know how they ain't really tripping on that. Like, they just like, shoot, I rather you, you know what I'm saying, make your mood and you out here getting your, you know what I'm saying, getting, you know, ran on or whatever, you know, whatever situation could be, you know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool. Like I felt good after. I just needed to tell my immediate family. You feel me? Once I told them, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't care about nothing.
After that, it's like, it's whatever. How was your how did your fashion change over time? So like, I know you say you kind of kept it pretty conservative in terms of like, you know, you was playing sports, so you always get away with the basketball shorts and the t-shirt, but then like start to express yourself. How did that journey go for you? Like what was first? Like, was it hair? Was it like, okay, you already probably was rocking the shoes. So like what came next? Like, was it masculine shirts or like, what was it?
So it was definitely the clothes first, like the jeans. Like I remember going to school and like still wearing like tight jeans, but I have like a hoodie on with some boots. You know what I mean? Um, but then like I said, my senior year and that during that summer, my little brother got clothes. I'm realizing, shoot, I don't want to wear the clothes in my closet no more. So like, shoot, it's not his closet. So, you know, we wear the same like size jeans. His shoes bigger than mine. So we used to just wear the jeans, or like, you know, I might grab a little t-shirt from him, but I used to just always step out in the jeans. My jeans started getting loose. And then after my jeans started getting loose, once I graduated, man, shoot, I went to college. I went to college on a full basketball scholarship. I went to Georgia Perimeter because I got into some trouble, got some scholarships snatched away from me. So Georgia Perimeter was still offering me a full ride, so I went there. And shoot, when I got to college, it was over with. Like, I'm just like, ain't nobody here to watch me. Can't nobody tell me, oh, I gotta wear this, that, and the third. So like all the money that I made, but I went straight to the mall. I'm getting jeans. Back then when the Rock Republicans was popping, so I was having them. I started like for my birthday, I wanted like designer belts, Ferragamo belts, and little, you know, from the little knockoff dude who's selling them bad, who's selling them belts. Well, I had about five. Nah, but yeah, like it just started, you know, then I started getting tattoos. Once I started getting, like, I got a half a sleeve, I'm just like, okay. My hair still was just like, you know, I had never cut my hair. My girlfriend at the time, she was just like, no, I don't want you to get no locks. I don't want you to cut your hair. I don't want you to do none of that. I just want you to wear your afro. And I was just looking like, who did it and why? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? She wasn't trying to let me sauce up with. My best friend, shout out to my best friend Tone, man. We went to the barbershop for the first time. And she was like, man, just take it up a little bit, man. She ain't gonna be mad. So I took it up a little bit, got my little tip in. And from there, it was just over with. Like
that first cut, after that first cut, it's on. Take it up next time. Take it up a little more, bro.
Give me a flat top.
Word up. For real. That's what's up. So, so going to college and everything like that. When did you start rapping?
I started rapping when I was 13. Me and my little brother, like, you know, we just ended up staying up one night, like, let's make a song. The song was horrible, but we stayed up all night making it. So it was something to us. We ended up convincing his mama to get us some studio equipment. She got it for us. My first girlfriend, her baby dad, like at the time, like that was my girlfriend. She was just my best friend. So at the time, you know, he was into music and stuff like that. So he taught me all the how to record myself and, you know, plugins and what to look for and stuff like that. So it just got it started like that. And at an early age, I was performing at like the car and bike shows, Crow's Nest. I met Juicy from the radio, you know, the joke of the day. Met her actually with Miss Mulatto. I met Miss Mulatto when she was probably, I don't know how much younger she is from me, but if I was 13, bro, she couldn't have been no more than 11, 10.
That was the Rap Game days?
Nah, that was even way
before that.
Way before that. We was down in Atlanta at the White House by the old Turner Field in Summer Hill. Fabo was there. I actually reached out to Fabo and talked to him about that. Like, he remembered that and everything. Like, Fabo was there. He had just got some brand new mics. He told everybody, don't drop the mics, because his grandma bought the mics for him. And I remember Mulatto came in there with her two brothers. They was dancing. She was rapping. And me and my little brother rapped. Neither one of us won that night. Some girl who I think she was like a ballerina or something, she ended up winning. But I remember seeing Miss Mulatto for the first time. It was just little stuff like that. And as I got older, it kind of just died down for me. I started playing basketball more, started trying to focus on what I was going to do with my life, my career. Got to college. Like I said, I went through a couple things, got into a little trouble. So college really wasn't the experience that it could have been for me, but it was still something, you know what I mean? Yeah. But in between that, in high school and stuff, I was making the music that our basketball team ran out to, you know, so it was just a vibe. It was always there. It was just something that was like a hobby, like before a game, like I'd be beating on the locker, rapping in the locker room, you know, getting us turned up. And then shoot, after college, I ended up getting in the studio, and it was just something that was, you know, And I wasn't performing. I wasn't doing none of that. It was just music, just dropping music, just trying to get people to take me serious as an artist. I had to go sit down for a little minute. When I came home in 2019, it just up from there. Had my first show on Glenwood at Cosmopolitan. Shout out to Carlos Brown. I had my first show at his event, and it was just on and popping from there. I met the baby manager. I met QC A&Rs. I met Capitol Records A&Rs. I met so many dope artists, and I've just been plugged in ever since. I've been doing all his shows. So every time he got a show, I do it. And even if I don't perform, I pop out. So it's like a home stage for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been a lot of good stuff going on. Met Zaytoven, went to the studio with him. Not like on some solo dolo, but it was like a group studio session where he cooked up a beat in front of us. I got a chance to rap on one of his beats. So it was pretty dope. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. You know
yeah, that's what's up. What do you want people to get from your music? Like, when you think about in 5 years, 10 years, and you're still making music, like, what do you want people to get from the music that you make?
For the most part, like, I want people to hear me, because when I'm talking in my music, I talk a lot about my past experiences, my trials, my the things that I've accomplished, the things that I failed on. Like, I want people to take me as a lesson and listen to me and go, damn, like, it's okay if I make a mistake, because as long as you don't let the mistake define you and you just keep pushing. Like, my music is just, if you really listen to me, I'm dropping knowledge in every song, but it's a piece of me. It doesn't sound like I'm trying to preach to you or talk to you. Like, I'm telling you my story in hopes that you don't make the same mistakes that I do, no matter who you is. You feel what I'm saying? No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, what skin color you is, what gender you are. Like, I make music from all angles to my, you know what I'm saying, from my understanding. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want people to understand, like, I call myself, SYN is my brand, and it stands for Solid Young Nation, but the abbreviation say SYN. It's also the beginning of my real first name. It's also what we do every day. And I feel like the more you recognize that you are a sinner, you're a natural born, you'll never try to put yourself above somebody, because we all, like, you know what I'm saying, we all the same. Like, we different, but we all the same. Somebody, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just, that's what I want people to understand. Like, hear me and understand, like, you can relate to me or you can't relate to me, but that even if you don't relate to me, don't make me better than you. Like, you can still take something from me and learn something from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't live a crazy life, and I'm still living.
Yeah. That's what's up. Do you ever feel like it's challenging or rewarding to be a masculine presenting artist? So, you got obviously many artists that kind of in their own way represent who they are speaking specifically about the queer community, right? Obviously, probably the biggest is, Lil Nas X. He took that shit to a whole nother level after he had the hit, right? Like, it was like Old Town Road was crazy, but he was not out before that song, right? Like, he was just doing his thing. But see, then he kind of got the leverage. Like, now you got the biggest song in the world, and I could go be myself. They're gonna give you freedom to do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You got Young and May, who I love. You got, a bunch of other people who kind of come out later and are like identifying with their sexuality. Janelle Monáe, and just, the list goes on. But how do you feel, it is for that to be a part of your identity at the onset? Like, you're not trying to, like, I'm not trying to hide this and then, hit y'all with this later. Like, I'm coming as my full self. How do you feel like that is for you?
I mean, I feel like it's natural. Like, I don't try to, like, put on, and you know what I mean, like, I'm gonna come as I am. I don't expect everybody to, like, accept that or accept me, you know what I mean? But I feel great. You know what I mean? I feel like what I have to offer to the music industry is it goes beyond what I look like. You understand what I'm saying? My writing skills, like, when you take all of that away from image, like, I have a lot to offer. And when you put the image with it, it's like, what do I have to be ashamed of? You understand what I'm saying? Like, shit, this is who I am. You either like it or you don't. You know what I mean? I don't want, hey, listen. You know what I mean? Hey, it's just as simple as that. But I feel amazing because I've already experienced not being myself at my fullest potential. And I feel caged in, and I feel not free. And I know what that feels like in real life, you know what I mean? To feel not free. So it's just like, now that I'm myself and I'm so comfortable with myself that I can make somebody that's not comfortable with them comfortable with themselves. Like, why would I be ashamed when I come around? Why would I feel ashamed to present myself as I am then? Like, nah, I feel good.
No, it's admirable, I think, to live into that space of like being comfortable, because so many people that's not comfortable, people that's older than you, older than me, that are still not able to be themselves, you know, because of whatever experiences they've had in their past or their families, and they've just said, you know what, I'm just not going to be myself, you know what I mean? And so it's an admirable thing. So keep doing your thing, you know, obviously keep doing what you're doing. 2 more questions for you. If you had a theme song for your life, what would it be?
Ooh, dang, that's crazy. Sheesh. Oh, life is good. Working on the weekend as usual. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Way
one.
up in the deep end as
Like
usual.
usual.
Yeah. Niggas play they pass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Definitely.
that's me.
Nah, that's a fire ass song. I love that song. And if you had advice for someone going through their own queer journey, what would you tell them?
Take your time. Don't let nobody rush you into nothing. Enjoy your own process. You don't have to be so much in denial. Even if because I know I was in denial, boy. Somebody said I was gay. I'm like, you got me messed up. You know, gay is all outside. So just, you know what I'm saying? so just chill. You know what I mean? Be real with yourself. That is the most important thing. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you just don't. And just like I said, don't let nobody rush you into nothing. Trust your own process and do what you want to do at your own time, at your own pace. Your body is yours, for sure.
Absolutely. That's what's up, man. Tell the people where they can find you.
What's up, man? Y'all can find me on all platforms, on all social media platforms, all music platforms. That I am Saphyre. That's IAMSAPHYRE. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Dope, man. All right. Thank you, Saphyre, for coming through, sharing your story, turning it up a little bit. We appreciate you, man, for real. That was good.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. That was a good conversation. Welcome back to another episode of the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm joined today by Phresh. Phresh, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right, what's up, y'all? It's Phresh. I'm from Atlanta. I'm an influencer, creator in different lanes, fashion, music. I'm formerly known as Jazzy Phresh. So that's what a lot of people probably know me as.
Nice. That's dope. All right, we're gonna get into all that. But we gotta, you know what I mean, the Queerly Blax Show, we gotta talk about the story. We gotta know the story. How you know what I'm saying? So when was the first encounter you had what was your first encounter with your sexuality?
Our first encounter, I would kind of say I was like about 7 when I realized that I was attracted to women, like about 7 or 8 years old. Like I was in elementary school, like probably looking at the teachers, like it was just crazy, a weird attraction that I noticed at a very young age. Like I used to try to like not fight it off, but I used to be like, nah, this can't be true. Like, nah, it was weird. You don't understand. You innocent, you're a child, so you really don't know. So I would say 7, like when I actually realized that I was attracted to women.
Yeah. Most people it's pretty young. It's like, you know, everybody getting boyfriends or girlfriends, like pairing up, and you like, but I like the girls. I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
You do the whole playing the house thing. Everybody used to always want me to play the dad. I'm like, so that kind of like that was a way of knowing too, like
they include you in. Yeah, for sure. When'd you come out?
I came out for sure when I was 17 to my mom. Like that's where we had to have a talk. Like I already was out before, but she didn't know. She would kind of hear from my sisters, which was weird. I would actually pay like my sisters not to tell on me because they knew I had a girlfriend like around age 16 or whatever, but I was like, don't tell my mama, you know? So I used to try to pay them, but they still used to tell on me. They would take my money and still tell. So I moved out at 17 and then I had to, you know, have a talk with my mom like, hey, you know, this is what it is. I'm moving out. This is not my friend. This is my girlfriend. So,
Yeah.
you know, and this is what we're doing. So once we kind of had a heart-to-heart, shared feelings, she understood after, like, which my brother, you know, he's also a part of our community as well. So he's older than me. He came out first. So he kind of paved the way for me. It wasn't as bad as when he came out.
Yeah. What so you had came out to like your sisters and probably some of your friends before you actually told your parents, your mom?
Yes, my mom, yes.
What'd your sisters say? Did they already know? You didn't really have to tell them, or was it like you had to be like, yo, like, yeah, I'm gay, but like they confronted you?
They was like, I knew that wasn't your friend. I knew that was your girlfriend. And I was like, well, you know, this is what it is. So, you know, I kind of like started being around them more with it. So me and my girlfriend at the time would, you know, be around my family, but my mom wouldn't be around like that. Or if she did come around or we go to my house, you know, just to visit, you know, this is my friend. So when I actually moved out, that's when I told her like, hey, this is not my friend, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah. Were you nervous like when your brother so your brother came out before you and his experience wasn't great?
No, his experience wasn't great at all. Like my dad's side of the family, like from New York. I'm originally from Atlanta. So they actually flew in, like all my aunts. It was like a whole big deal because the area we come from, that's like not accepted. Like, cause we come from like a hood area. So it's kind of like not accepted. It was hard for him. So when it was time for me, they kind of was like, okay, like it was him and now you okay.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't as bad.
He took the blows.
Yeah.
But were you scared because of his experience to be like, oh man, this about to go left, bro?
I was past scared, but at the time I already had like came in clips to myself, like, you know, this is me and I'm not hiding no more. It don't feel good. You know, mom, this is what it is. Like, I don't know, you gotta accept it or not. At the time, that's how I was feeling.
Yeah, nah, yeah, I get it. Cool. So you born and raised in Atlanta?
Yes, born and raised.
What was the scene of like gay people or LGBT community like before you came out? Was it like was there a big community where did you see a lot of visions or people that looked like you and that made you feel more comfortable, or what did you not see a lot of people that you felt like I relate to them?
I kind of saw it, but you had to hide it. So the people that I didn't know that were that way, they couldn't be themselves. Like they had to hide it, but I kind of would know, like, yeah, that person is, you know, the same way as me. Yeah, they the same way as me, but they had to hide it. You know, now it could be more open. Growing up in my neighborhood, no, they actually used to call like my brother the girl and call me the boy, which we didn't understand that as kids. We were innocent. We used to be like, huh? What they saying? So it used to make us feel some type of way. So when we grew up, we have this talk now to this day, and we be like, okay, that's what they meant. Like, okay, we gay. That's okay.
Were you a tomboy growing up?
For sure. I definitely was a tomboy. So that was kind of the first time. My same brother actually used to get mad. Like when my mom take her shopping, I would never like go to the girls section. I would go straight to the boys section and get like all boy clothes. All the dolls he would end up sneaking and playing with. I wouldn't play with like none of that stuff.
So it kind of worked out. Y'all just kind of swapped stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fire. So when did you feel like comfortable, or like you was a tomboy, but like, did you always dress masculine?
I did, but of course your mom still put the hair bows in your head. So when my mom would dress me all girly and send me to my grandma's house, I would sneak and pack a bag with like gym shorts, a t-shirt, and my sneakers. So when she leave, I hurry up and take all that stuff off. I change my hairstyle, I put it in a ponytail, and I go about my way. Like I put my white t-shirt on, my gym shorts, and my sneakers, and I be out the door.
Did you change back when she came to get you?
I couldn't, like, I would
I
try,
was playing. I was outside playing, so
I was
I
like, yeah, I was playing in this. I wore it though, but
Yeah.
I really didn't. Like,
yeah.
it depends. Like sometimes I had to. It ain't that I didn't want to, but I was more comfortable dressing like in comfortable boy clothes, like just comfortable clothes, oversized clothes. Period.
Yeah, for sure. Did how old were you when you like remember just kind of being like, all right, mom, like I ain't wearing that no more. Like you tripping.
She never really forced me to wear like what I didn't want to wear. It was my brother who would say, Mom, like, you need to make her wear a skirt. She don't need to wear this, or she don't need to wear that. Cause I used to always like, cause we not too far apart in age. So I used to want his clothes. Like once he was done with them and he outgrew them, I'm like, can I have your clothes? He used to be like, no, you need to wear a dress. So I'm like, nah, but my mom, she didn't really force me. She let me kind of do, what I wanted to do, unless it was mandatory or Easter or, something like that. So she started kind of catching on, like, so she just liked to be comfortable.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, cause it's it's interesting compared to that switch of like, all right, like this what we gonna do, it's kind of crazy. What for you, dating wise, I don't know, are you in a relationship now?
No, I'm single. I've been single for going on about 2 years now.
How is dating in Atlanta for, or just your experience overall as a masculine presenting woman?
Dating is cool in Atlanta. It depends on what you attract and what you attracted to. So with me, I'm kind of been chill. So I haven't been dating like that.
Yeah.
I haven't been really dating.
Well, I stalked your Instagram, and then it was one interesting meme you had up there. It was like, shout out to all the straight girls that went gay for me. So let's elaborate. What we talking about?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but yeah, just different experiences with straight girls. And I mean, it kind of wasn't a shot throw, but I did date, like, women who it was their first time and I were their, first girlfriend. And after me, they do, obviously, go back to dudes or play around with women just a little bit. So,
yeah. Talk about that. Talk about that experience from your perspective. Because I mean, I think similarly to guys, we've had guys on the show that have talked about experiences like, on the DL, like being with men who are like on the DL and stuff like that. And I think with women, it's not really so much like that the girls are on the DL, because sexuality is a little bit more fluid when it comes to women. But talk about like being with a woman who primarily is with men or has only been with men or identifies as straight. Like, how does that, do you approach the women, or do they tell you, like, how does that work for you?
When I was younger, I used to kind of get a thrill out of it because, like, I used to go to one of my cousin's house, and she used to have like a lot of female friends that were straight. So they used to always kind of have conversations about how they would never be gay and all this stuff. So a couple of them ended up being attracted to me. So it was kind of a thrill in my younger time, like me first coming out, like, oh, she's straight. I thought you said you wouldn't be gay, that type of thing. So that's what it started as. And then I kind of like got in a relationship with one, and I was her first girlfriend. We actually dated for almost 5 years. And it was cool. Like, I was patient in the beginning because she couldn't come out to her family at first. We were young anyway. We were about 17, 18. So I was kind of patient for a few years, but after that, it just didn't work out. We kind of like outgrew each other. It wasn't a bad breakup or nothing like that.
Yeah. Was she gay, or was she just like you, as some of them say?
I feel like she just like me because when she left, she went back to dudes. So that's I mean, that's not gay. I mean, what is it?
She liked you. Is that a conversation that you have, like with a girl who was only with men? Like, are you going back to God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get into a fight or, a disagreement, is that ever a fear of like, oh, I ain't gonna ever be able to, or like let's say like there are some women who are like, all right, I do like this girl or that girl or whatever. But as a girl who knows that you're gay, right? Like I know I'm a lesbian, like this is my life.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any challenges for you mentally, like when you're with a straight woman, or just even if it's not you, like your friends or people that you associate with that have experiences with straight women, like is there ever a conversation of like, yo man, like she gonna go back to a dude, like, you know, that kind of thing?
I'm very much open. Like me, I'm big on like conversation, communication. Once I was able to get to that part of my life to be able to communicate. So those are questions that I ask that person. And I mean, I pretty much, after I ask, I leave it up to that. If they decide to do that, you know, that's on them. But I don't too tough think of it no different as if they go to a girl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's all the same.
and when I'm done, I'm done. So it's not like they're coming back.
Right. Would you date another straight girl?
I've been trying to stay out of that lane because that was just one scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like there's been multiple with straight women. So like I've been trying to, you know, stay more in that lane this time. So I've been taking my time.
Yeah. Or let me change that and say, let's take the label off and say a woman who has only been with men before you.
For sure. I got you. I mean, I can't judge. I want to know what I'm attracted to, but that's my focus. I plan to live, lesbian, straight lesbian,
Yeah. No, I get it. I get you. Cool, man. We'll talk about your endeavors. So you do music, got some clothes, you know what I'm saying? Talk about the things that that you're doing creatively. Like what inspires you? We can start with your music. When did you start into music? Like, you know, when was the first time you wrote your first song? How did you get into music?
Okay. All right. I wrote my first song. I had to be about 9 or 10. My brother formed like me and my cousins into a group. I was the rapper out the group, and I would do all of the writing for us. I would write the hooks. I would write everyone verses, and we would practically just perform it for the neighborhood and just different events that go on like in our community. So that's how I started. Started there. It used to be like a lot of my cousins, like all of us at my grandma's house. So 20 of my cousins, we had to create some type of fun. We had to get creative. So we started off with music there, actually also doing a little dancing. And I got influenced just basically hearing my mom and sisters play music around the house.
Oh, nice. You come from a musical family.
Yeah, so I was the little kid that knew all of the songs I probably wasn't supposed to be knowing too. So that's how it started. And after that, like me and my siblings, we just got studio equipment. My mom bought us studio equipment in the house, and we just created fun because we like stopped wanting to go to the hood area and just kind of stay in the house and on the other side of town we was living on, like in the new area we was living in. So we created fun there by making YouTube videos, like when YouTube first came out, MySpace days, like stuff like that.
MySpace, whoa.
Before TikTok and before all of this, before Instagram, Twitter, all of that,
yeah. MySpace, we was real life coding back then. Like, I got
to
get this glitter on this header, man. I got to get this, you know what I'm saying? I remember you cause a whole fight. You take your friend out your top 8. Get it. Yeah. Dope. That's dope. So, fashion. Talk about your clothes.
Fashion. I was known for fashion. They used to call me Jazzy Phresh at the time. That's how I got my name as well. I started out from high school. Me and my best friend, we would do all the fashion shows. We would actually create each model clothes from scratch, design, style, everything. Like, so we started there. I formed a group. It was called Hip Hop Crayolas. So it was maybe about 15 to 20 of us creatives at the time, which was over like about 15 years ago. So it was a lot of us in the group, and each individual person did different stuff. So we all styled. Some of us did music, fashion, dance, we were just a creative, dope ass group and well known in Atlanta. So after that time went by, I started my own clothing line in high school, and that would be my senior year. And after that, like I just stayed consistent with it. And once my mom passed, that's when I kind of like stopped a little bit. So I started like helping other brands promote. I model for some brands now as well. And I love to just promote other brands when I'm not promoting my own brand.
Yeah, no, for sure. So what kind of what kind of clothes do you make now, if if any, or are you focus mainly on just kind of promotion and kind of helping build other brands?
At the time, like I don't want to spill too much, but I'm coming back.
Come on, Fresh, let us know what's up.
It's gonna be Hollywood 747 clothing for sure, but on a whole different level, like top tier exclusive, limited edition type. It was more available to the people when I was doing it. Not saying it's not gonna be available to the people now, but it'll be, less, available and more exclusive.
Yeah.
So that's my goal, to target a different outlet.
Nice. For sure. So talk about when we first started, you kind of talked about a little bit about taking a break from social media. Why is it so important to especially in this time of like, people just feeling like, I got to take a little break from, social media and really just focus on, whether it's on yourself or other things. Talk about why that's so important for you.
I just feel like you need personal peace. Like you have to have some type of peace and personal space to where you're able to, take care of yourself and not be so caught up in just scrolling on Instagram. And, you gotta make it make sense. I'm a principle type person, so I want to make it make sense. So if it's not benefiting me, I'm gonna need to take that break to make sure I'm exercising daily, I'm eating properly daily, I'm meditating, I'm doing reading a little bit, that I'm doing self-care things that I need to do for myself versus, getting distracted by everything that goes on social media.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's like an absence of that amongst younger generations? Like social media has been around long enough now that people feel like it's kind of like you have to be on it. Like if you're not on it, you're gonna miss something. Do you ever feel like that's like the case now with like, our generations, younger people, that it's just like too much saturation of social media?
I definitely agree with that because like I'm actually doing a 30-day challenge with a good friend of mine. She's starting a journal, and in her journal she has a section to where you do 30 days no social media, and it allows you to see, set new goals and see how long you can accomplish them, and do self-care and your expenses, and it just allows you to take real life time for real life things. Because like you said, people feel like they're missing something. They gotta know everything that's going on Instagram. Like it would kill them one day. Like I could be around somebody, they'd be like, and then they'll be like, oh man, Fresh, I forgot. Social media. The app not even on your phone right now. Like, yeah, like
yeah. No, I agree with that.
Sometimes your mind, your mental, I feel like you need it. You need a break.
Yeah, definitely. And you can get so sidetracked with like feeling like, you got to just keep up, and it's just like you got to, to your point, I think it's great, like 30 days of just like focusing on yourself,
Right.
taking long stretches of time to just focus on yourself. Like, what are your goals? Because you can get sidetracked,
For
even
sure.
feeling like you're not accomplishing what you want to accomplish because you're looking to the left, looking to the right, looking at what other people are doing, and you don't know what their life is. You don't know what they got going on, and any of that. So like I think that's super dope, taking that time.
Be caught up on like illusion. Like you could get caught up on illusion, and that could have you like, if you don't have a strong mindset. So me being able to take breaks, that's discipline for me. They know that I could wake up in the morning on everyday life without social media, and I still could have a productive day. That don't mean lay down and not do anything. That means still get up, and do what you got to do.
No, most definitely. Dope, man. Well, I got two more questions for you. First one is, if you have a theme song for your life, what would it be?
Theme song for my life, I say, it's that Rod Wave, Street Runner. Street runner, gotta stop running sometimes. Yeah, it'll be my theme song right now.
Nice. Writing that down. Dope. And if you had advice for somebody going through a similar journey or the same journey as you, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them to be themselves. Like, don't think too hard. Just be you and respect yourself. And as long as you continue to respect yourself, like, don't worry about the outside opinions. Don't worry about, anything on the outside. If it don't pertain to you and your feelings and your aspects and your decisions on, your choices and what you decide to do. Like, be you, do you. It's all about you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Dope, man. Well, thank you so much, Phresh. Tell the people where they can find you.
Find me on Instagram at Phresh, that's PHR3SHH. And you can hit me on TikTok, Phresh as well. And I'm on Twitter, Jazzy Phresh still. And that's where you can find me at YouTube, Jazzy Phresh.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming through. Y'all go check
Thanks
out.
for having me.
Absolutely. Y'all go check her out. Y'all already know, make sure you follow Queerly Blax on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'm your host, Ashley, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Welcome back to another episode of the Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm joined by a special guest today. We got Cee Tha Gxdd in the building. Hey, Cee, tell the people about yourself.
Man, y'all already know it's Cee Tha Gxdd from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm 29, just turned 20 in January. I just dropped the album last month, Love with War. I need everybody to go check it out.
Nice, man. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about your music, talk about what inspires you, talk about all that. But before we do that, just like I do every other guest, talk about the first time you encountered your sexuality. So when did you know, oh man, I like the ladies? When did you know that?
Man, bro, let me tell y'all some shit. So I'm probably like in second grade, right? And I had this tutor. Like, I ain't even need no tutor, but like at the gym I used to go to, they had like tutors come and help us. And it was this girl. I think she had the same name as me, but she was like a white girl. And I seen these boys flirting with her and shit. And I was feeling some type of way. I'm like, well, I'm feeling some type of way. Like, I want to be able to flirt with you too. And I don't even understand what I'm feeling.
It was the tutor. That's wild. So your first crush was on your tutor.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. That's wild. So you was were you like exclusively queer when you was growing up, like all through school and stuff like that? Or did you date guys? Like, how was your journey with your sexuality?
Yeah, I started off dating boys and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, after like sixth grade, that's when I started realizing that I like females more. Yeah, I just cut out shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. So sixth grade.
Yeah, like 13.
Nice. 13. Okay, cool. So when did you come out, like, to your family or your friends?
Oh, I actually told my brother first, and then he went back and told my mom. Like, why did you do that?
He older than you?
Yeah, he older than me. He like 8 years older than me.
So you just told him, like, y'all was just chilling. You was like, yo, bro, like, I gotta tell you something.
And I actually text his phone. And I was like, I gotta tell you something. Like, I like girls, bro. I was like, nigga, wait.
He told your mom the same day?
Probably not the same day, but he sure told me.
Like very shortly after that.
Mama was not feeling that shit though.
What was her response? She was like, nah, you're not doing that.
And bro, I remember when I found out she knew. I was staying with my grandma, and I heard my grandma talking on the phone, and I knew she was talking about me because she was talking about like girls like girls shit. I said, oh shit, they talking about me. How the fuck they know? And then she called my mama in there, and then I was like, oh hell no, this shit gonna go down today, boy. My mama came to me while I was in the kitchen, something about like, what's this shit out here about you liking girls? And I'm like, I like girls. Like, what you mean? And I don't know. It just went downhill from there. Like, nigga got chased around the house with a helmet, like everything. Boy.
So you said your mom, she wasn't feeling it.
She wasn't feeling it, bro.
Did y'all ever talk about it?
We don't really like talk about it. I mean, I don't know. We just that ain't something to talk about.
Yeah, it just is what it is. What's understood don't need to be said.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you ever like get mad at your brother? Like, yo, bro, like, why you do that, dog? Like,
Yeah, I was upset with him, but you know, me and my brother, we don't even talk much. So it is what it is with him too.
yeah. So did you go through any transitions like dressing? Like did you used to dress like super girly and then like you kind of switched your style up, or like was you always kind of like wearing like basketball shorts and t-shirts? Like what was your style?
I was always wearing shorts, but it had a little girly to it. Like I was girly, but I was like tomboy girly. Yeah. Like a rough girl type.
So like a halter top with shorts. Bet, yeah. So that was like, how old were you then? Like, were you teenager, or were you already grown?
When I was still like in my little girly phase, like trying to switch over, I was like probably like 12, 13.
Yeah. So when did you start doing music?
I actually started like writing when I was like 13. A lot of shit happened when I was 13.
Yeah, 13. What do you remember? Go ahead. What you say?
I ain't like dropped no music until I was 16.
Do you remember your first rap?
Hello. I remember it, but I can't say it. Like, I remember what it was, but it ain't coming. Like, but I remember it though. It was like, I wrote about a girl. I wrote about my first.
You're like a crush?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Do you journal? Like, do you keep all your raps? Like, you got like a book, like with like your raps in it, or you just kind of whenever you feel something, you just kind of take like whatever you could find and like write it down?
But sometimes, you know, I like I write down like certain shit, certain stuff sometimes. But most of the time when I be in the studio, I'm just going out what I feel right.
Just going there and feel whatever you feel, yeah, like freestyling.
Yeah, but I don't need freestyle. I'm more like punching.
Yeah. Nice. So talk about your music now. So like, what's the kind of the vibe of it? What's the feel? You know, what's the move?
Got a little more grown to it. I'm getting older. Yeah, but it's still R&B, but I'm switching over into like hip hop.
So you rap and sing?
Yeah.
Nice.
But they don't really usually hear me rap. Like I need to drop some more rap songs so they can get used to it.
So you say you dropped the album, right? What's your album? What's it called? And what is it about? It's
called Love is War, and it's a R&B album. It's just about pain and sex. Like some Tank shit.
This is I love Tank. That's my guy. So you said you're 20, right? What you know about love?
Man, I really don't think I know shit about love now. Love love is pain, boy. Love is war, like real talk. That's all I know. Love is war.
Yeah. How is like for you, how do you make like connections between like your music and your real life? Like do you talk about everything, or do you feel like there's certain stuff that's like too sensitive or like do you feel like whatever's going on is good? Like I could talk about anything.
That's the thing, like I'm real transparent with my music, because at the same time when I first started writing, it always been like an outlet for me. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Like people always, you shouldn't put that in your song. You shouldn't say that. Why you say this? What you mean? I'm writing like a journal. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be that way. I don't really be caring. It is what it is.
Yeah. What made you start rapping versus like other things? Like what was the inspiration for you to start rapping and singing?
You know, my mama, she sing. We always like the house full of music. Like my brother play instruments, my sister play instruments, my mama sing. Like we all sing. But as far as like I don't have to start making music instead of anything else, it's just like a passion. Like I don't know, I'm drawn to it.
What's your favorite accessory? Like when you get dressed, like what's the one thing you throw it on? You like, I'm gonna kill them. Like for me, obviously, I got all my shoes. Like if I got a good pair of shoes, honestly, the rest of it don't even really too much matter to me. Like, so what for you is like? Is it a shirt, shoes, like chain, like jewelry? What is it?
It'll probably have to be like a chain or something. Sometimes it'll be the shoes because I just dress simple and just throw on some. You feel me?
Yeah.
But sometimes like what I got around my neck. Most of the time in a white beater or something anyway.
Yeah. So that the chain is like the piece.
Chain and most of the time I have on like a hat with my hair not up like that.
Yeah. A hat, yeah. Yeah, nah, the hat to be fly too. Dope, man. So talk about your so you got the album, you going like you doing some more videos, some more tours. You know, talk about upcoming stuff you got going on.
Well, I probably should have been dropped my merch, but it just been so much going on. I be by myself with it, so it can be a lot of moving. But I want to go ahead and drop all that. And I'm finna drop another song. I know they're ready for that. I'm finna drop another video. Probably like in the next 3 days, it's already done.
Nice.
I want to put together. I might start doing it like towards the end of the year when I grow my fan base a little more. I might put together a little small tour just for
Yeah. All right, cool. I got 2 more questions for you. So if you had a theme song for your life, what would it be?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, boy.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And then if you had advice for people who may have had some of the challenges that you had, you know, coming out, just being yourself, expressing yourself and everything, what advice would you give them?
I tell them to just do them. Like no matter what people say or what they think, just do them. It don't matter who listening and who not listening. Be yourself and just keep doing it. Just keep doing it because no matter how much time passes, like they gonna catch on. They can't deny what's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I like that. Well, tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me on all platforms. Cee Tha Gxdd, CeeThaGxdd. Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, we'll be looking for you. Good luck to you. Best wishes with everything that you got going on, everything you're going to do in the future. You know, definitely much success to you. And y'all already know what it is. It's another episode of Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Welcome back to another episode of Queerly Blax Show. I'm your host, Ashley. I'm here today with a special guest out of Alabama. We got Worm in the building. Worm, tell the people about yourself.
What's up? This GMS Big Worm checking in all the way from Birmingham, Alabama with it. A little bit about me. I just come from a small town, just trying to make it, you feel me? Trying to really reach the goal that I really plan on, just helping people.
Yeah, man. Dope. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. First of all, Worm, where the name Worm come from?
It righteous came from Mobile. I had went to University of South for a little bit. So down there I was working and the people I was with, they just was like, bro, you look like Worm. So that's what we gonna call it. So after that I was like, all right, whatever. That's what it is. So
just rocked with it.
Yeah, just rock with it. Yeah.
Cool. Nice, dope. All right, cool. So let's go back to the beginning. We gotta talk about, you know, how you became Worm and just get your backstory. So do you remember your first encounter with your sexuality?
Yeah, it was young, like, you know, real young or whatever. Kind of identity crisis. Like I didn't really know for real. So I kind of went through my feminine stage only because I had to. So, you know, going through that, it was like you get to a point where you just want to go ahead and be who you really want to be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I would say about middle
school.
Yeah, middle school.
You had a crush on a girl, or you was like you wanted to play with the boys? Like what was your vibe?
Like I guess elementary school it was, yeah, because you know we young, we don't really know we playing, but middle school was more likely, yeah, I want to chase after them gals. Yeah.
After them gals. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, most people's like, yeah, you got that first crush, like elementary, you like, I don't know, man. I'm feeling shorty. I don't know. Cool. So then, like, how was your coming out? Like, did you come out to your family and stuff like that?
Really, I came out in college. Like I went out through high school, you know, doing my thing or whatever, but on the low. And then I got to college and I was like, man, it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm free now. I'm grown. I'm able to make my own decisions. You know what I'm saying? But commitment, I committed to it. So I was like, I'm gonna just come out. And I made a post. I like asked my mom like little sneaky stuff, like just to see what she'll say. But she like hit me like, man, I'm gonna love you, whatever. You feel me? So once I got that, I just dropped the picture and it was out. Yeah.
So did you change how you looked first?
Yeah, I went through my stages because I didn't want to let go of certain things, but as I kept going, I'm finding out what I really like. Like, oh yeah, I like dressing like this, or I like my hair like this. So it was stages. So I had like one friend that like seen me go through those stages, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Did you have like people around you, like friends and stuff, that was like, just do your thing, like just be yourself, you know what I mean? Like kind of advocating for you to just like come out, do your thing.
Yeah, like my real group of friends, like they were a little jealous, you know, because I dropped it. I never told nobody. So when I dropped it, it was a bombshell, you know what I'm saying? So once they was like, you serious? And I was like, yeah. They was like, man, hey, I'm with it, whatever you with, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't nobody like, man, we already knew that.
Yeah.
It was
a lot of people, like a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, because you probably already had the swag. Your swag was probably already like, oh man, like, you know what I'm saying, with the feminine clothes, but you was still like giving that vibe, like, all right, man, this ain't it.
Definitely.
Dope. So how was it for you growing up in the South? You know, and being gay, obviously you came out a little bit later, but what were those things that contributed to you kind of deciding not to come out till a little bit later, even though you kind of already knew?
I think for me personally, it was just I didn't want to disappoint anybody, you know, because I didn't want it to be a phase and then later on everybody like, see, you was playing, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to make sure there was something I really stuck to. So I don't think it was hard because going through it, I hung around studs and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So it was always cool. We always was accepted, you know what I'm saying? But me coming out, it was weird at first because you have certain people who, you know, not really with it. And then being at South is diverse. So, you know, you see a little bit of everybody. So you get those kind of vibes. But then once you grow and it grow on you, it grow on people. And when you wear it well, they can't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, when you confident about yourself and you just like, this who I am. And
right.
I'm good. So you got to just
Take
get over yourself. Yeah. I always talk about that, like confidence being super important. Like you got to be able to, like, I was talking to somebody else and I was like, you know, I say my wife in a sentence just like anybody else would, because I don't want you to think it's weird. Like, I don't want you to feel weird when I say it. You know, I want you to know, like, yeah, this is my regular life. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my lineup. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my shape up. I'm just, like, it's me. So it's ain't nothing for you to be, you know, nervous about. Do you feel like the South gets a bad rep when it comes to like homophobia and stuff like that? Or do you feel like there are places where that still exists a lot?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Cause it's like, it's a little bad on that side, you know, because everybody want to be hard. Everybody want to be tough up front. So, you know what I'm saying? Them mostly be the ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? To be doing them like that and stuff like that. We accept it, but it's a little more harder for them because we quote real men. So
and you talk, when you say them, you're talking about guys. You're talking about guys, right?
Now. Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're more open now. So, you know, they're being themselves now. They're out. You got your trans, you know, and they gonna be who they is. So it's like a miniature war a little bit.
Yeah. Of people trying to push. Yeah, I got guys out. Yes, my heart goes out to them. Did you have friends that were like in the closet, so to speak, and like weren't were afraid to come out, or that did you personally see or witness people that were like homophobic towards somebody else, but they were gay themselves?
Yeah, definitely. I had a friend, we were real close, and all of us were like close in school, but everybody had that he was gay type of mentality. You gay, all the people picking on him or whatever. But we stood up for him like he ain't even gay for real. Feel me? But then he came out like, this is me. Like, it gave him that push, that courage, because he seen us saying, you feel me? You can, if this is you, this is you. Don't lie to us and don't lie to them. You know what I'm saying? And once he seen that, he was like, bro, yeah, I was scared. He was like, I was scared, you feel me? Because you don't want to get bullied, you don't want to get beat up, you feel me? But once that happened, it was over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only time I really can say I really seen it like bad like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When just, you know, kind of transitioning a little bit to your music, when did you know that you wanted to be an artist?
I always wrote. Like, I always wanted to do it. I always had it in the back of my head. Because me and my pops and stuff like that, just rapping and stuff like that. And being in the choir and stuff, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It could be something, but then I left it alone. But then I started up again, you feel me, in my generation. I'm like, man, it's hot, you know what I'm saying? And everybody like, do it. You feel me? Drop it. I was just doing it for fun at first, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing what they got. And then one day it blew on TikTok. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put pressure behind it. So
So was you putting just like freestyles, or like you was just kind of put different things out on TikTok?
Like any beat that catch me, I catch it and I just jump on it. So I just jumped on it because I caught it, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like people out there like, we need more, like drop some more, you feel me? So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna just continue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what kind of music do you make?
Hip hop, I say trap, rap, sing rap, you know, all that.
And so you had a song that was pretty popular, one of your songs. Talk about the song.
You talking about TikTok or what I recently just dropped?
Yeah, I think your recent one.
Fast Thing. Yeah, that just dropped. It went a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even think it was gonna be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I'm signed to a label, but it's still certain areas that tick. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different from being a stud than being a dude. You know what I'm saying? But once they put that pressure behind me and let me know you hard, like, you feel me? I dropped it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been hot ever since. Like,
yeah. How is it being a stud rapper, you know, versus a man? Because like subject matter is very similar, or if not the same. How is that received? Like from people, and then also being signed to a label and like kind of that whole thing. How is that for you?
It's great, honestly. It's dope, you know, being signed or whatever. It just make you feel special or whatever, because it's different from you chasing after it and then it come and like just blow you out the woodwork with it, you know what I'm saying? But being signed with dudes is like, it's different, but then it's not, because it's no discrimination. He treat me like the guys, you know. I would prefer to be treated like everybody. We're equal, you know what I'm saying? Because this is who I am. I'm confident in me. So it'll never be like competition and anything like that, you know what I'm saying? And plus who I'm signed to, one of my favorite artists. So that made me even, you feel me, feel it even more for him to like pick me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was dope, you feel me? So yeah, it ain't bad. It ain't too bad. It got its perks, but we're emotional. So, you know, some things I'm emotional about. Right. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, but nah, it's cool. It's all respect. It's all love.
Yeah. How did you go about like forming your like your image as a rapper? Like, how you wanted to, or I mean, you can say you can still be forming this, but like the way you want it to sound, the way you want to look, the way you want to kind of, show up in that space. Like, how's that process for you figuring out what that is for you?
I think I'm confident in it. So it's like, I don't put pressure on it. I come as I am. You know what I'm saying? I had it, I came with it, but I'm gonna add a little more to it to make it better. I don't have like a specific, you know what I'm saying? It's just take it or leave it. Like,
yeah,
it's really nothing I wanna,
Yeah, who inspires you? Rappers.
I can give you a top 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I say my number 1, Gunna. That's like my favorite artist, you know what I'm saying? Number 2, Youngboy. Youngboy, one of my favorite artists. Number 3, Lil Bam, MBK4L, you feel me? Number 4, D Moolah. Memphis, yeah, he be on that Memphis, so I mess with it. And number 5, I say Action Pack. Feel me? It's like the young ones be the ones have me turn, and I like that. You feel me? They keep the blood adrenaline like rushing, so I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
You got any dream collaborations?
Dream
collaborations. If you could collaborate with anybody, singer, rapper, whoever, who would you collab with?
As of right now, like Gunna always gonna be one, but I
Gunna got a little situation right now. So,
you know, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
we
gonna have to pick another one.
So I'd probably say, Asian doll. She going crazy right now. Like she going crazy right now. Like they respect her right now. So yeah.
Dope. Did you follow her like when she was kind of more coming up? More when she was a little bit earlier in the game.
Definitely. One of my homegirls put me on her, so when I heard her, I was like, then once I started hearing, I'm like, oh yeah, she's spinning. Like
she got it's a different sound. So like you gotta sit with it a little bit. You got like you listen to it that first time, then you gotta like go back. You like, okay, that the melody, the whole thing is a little different. Yeah.
Cause I didn't think she knew what she was talking about. I'm like, you don't probably know for real. But nah. Yeah.
What do you talk about in your music? Like what's your what's the thing that you want people to get from your songs?
I honestly just want them to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying something. You know what I'm saying? I got a story too. Everybody got a story, It may not be too sad or it may not be too bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's mine. And if I'm saying it, I want them to listen to me, you feel me? I basically talk about like just life growing up, and being who I am and stepping into that side, what I done seen in life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All those different things. For sure. So what about upcoming projects, things you working on? What can the people expect from you?
Oh, they can expect a tape. It is on the way, in process. We putting that work in. You feel me? We dropping it. It's coming very soon.
So you putting out a mixtape?
Drop with it.
Putting out a mixtape?
Yeah.
Nice.
Once I drop that, we gonna see what the people say. We gonna let them speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little tour going.
Yeah,
man. Speaking into existence for sure. Dope. Well, I got 2 more questions for you. If you had a theme song for your life, what would it be?
It would be Roddy Ricch, Faces. I chose that song because it's like what he's saying, and he basically saying, you feel me? He done jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? He done jumped off the porch. He done seen everything. He done went through enough to know. You feel me? He done pushed himself to jump and become this person. You feel me? And once you go up, you got to leave some people. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to lose a lot trying to get to where you going. But once you get there, it's going to be so much hate. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to oversee it. Especially if you want to take care of your folks or you want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure you're good in the long run. So, yeah, I really like this song.
Yeah, I like Roddy Ricch. He cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And if you had a piece of advice for somebody who might be going through, similar things that you went through growing up, trying to come out, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, be you. You know what I'm saying? Be confident, be bold. And I'm not saying everybody can do that in a day. Everybody don't have the support and, behind them, the pressure, but you pressure by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you apply that pressure, they gonna respect you. It's respect first. And you gotta know you're a prize, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what situation you in, you got to be the prize. You got to think ahead. You know what I'm saying? You got to think like a boss. Or they're gonna look at you like you're a little dog. You know what I'm saying? It's certain situations where people can't come out and things like that, and that's okay. Just be comfortable enough to know what's enough. Like, you dealt with that, but now it's time for you to be happy. It's time for you, you know what I'm saying? Because they can only agree or disagree. But this is something you got to do, or someone you have to be until the day you die. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And life too short. Be who you gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And whoever love it, gonna love it. They gonna respect it. They gonna be behind you. And if they don't, then they never was.
There you go. For sure. That's it. That's it, man. Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, so tell the people where they can find you.
Okay. You can find me on IG at GMS Bigworm _. Facebook GMS Bigworm, TikTok GMS Bigworm, and Twitter GMS Worm.
Yeah, nice.
All that.
All right,
Apple
y'all go
Music,
follow her.
All that the same. So
y'all go follow her. Go download them songs, y'all.
At the gate.
You know what I'm saying? Go get it. So first of all, thank you for coming through. Thank you for sharing your story. Keep doing your thing. Keep inspiring people. Keep living in your truth. We definitely appreciate you over here. And y'all go follow the channel. Follow Queerly Blax. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And y'all already know, I'm your host, Ashley. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.